Hello gamers! We're back at the two-in-one house, which used to be a tiny flat and a cocktail bar that we're now turning into a luxury flat for our clients. And we haven't cleaned up this kitchen area at all, look. When we were doing our clean up I never came in here. Right, so we need to give it a good clean. We've got a lot of units and things which theoretically you could reuse, but I suspect that we're going to be selling everything and replacing it. But we'll start by picking up all of the junk off the floors. Quick clean up in here, it doesn't look too bad. You could probably keep the units. The walls could do with a refresh because I don't like those tiles, they look really, really grubby. But yeah, if it's the same when we get it to renovate, we could probably keep the cabinets. So let's have a look. Have we got to sell all the cabinets? Yeah, he does want us to sell all the cabinets. I thought they would. Let's give it a clean. See how clean we can make it. Yeah, see the tiles still look very grubby, don't they? Well, we can see the Moonrise Bay sign through the window. That's rather nice. That's a nice little view to have. That's where we closed it off from access at the bar area, isn't it? Right, have we got... oh, something... right, which way? Nearer to the window, I think, where the marks are. Where is it? Right, what have we missed? We've missed something. Oh, it's on the floor. There we go. I think that's all of the grubby marks cleaned up. So now we need to follow the list of things they don't want. Right, so hanger for kitchen utensils. Which one's no, not that one. Is it this one or that one? This one and this one. All three. Right, there we go. Cabinets with drawers, cabinets with sinks. Yeah, everything's going, I think. That's a really long list of things to sell. Right, are we keeping the cooker? Oh, knife, yeah. Cooker, no, we're not keeping the cookers. The hood, the table and the door. Door looks okay actually, but they don't want it. It doesn't match the ones we've already put in. The table, the fridge and the exhaust hood for the cooker. Right. As we suspected, we have sold absolutely everything out of this room, so now we're starting from fresh. Hudson light brown panels for the flooring. Let's start there. Big square section first, then the small rectangular section, and then in the door. Just one wide. There we go. Much lighter and fresher. So let's have a look what they want on the walls. Oh, they want us to paint it with paint, a natural beige. We'll buy a bigger pot and switch to painting. So here we go, our therapeutic little painting session. Nice and relaxing. And if you look at the difference there between the clean fresh paint and the tiles, those poor little tiles just look kind of grubby, like they need a good scrub. And we have already given them a clean, so that's kind of a sad little colour, isn't it, for the poor little tile. And we won't forget in the nooks and crannies around the windows. And let's refill before we do above the window. Very nice. And breathe and relax and paint. Therapeutic, relaxing painting. Definitely recommend this game if you want a little bit of a relax. Find a big building, do lots and lots of painting. See, we're already over halfway. Nice and quick. 55%. And climbing. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be our kitchen though. I want some more upmarket kitchen in here than the one that was already here. We'll do the edges as well, just in case you can see any from around the edge of the door frames. And we'll fill one more time. That might finish that little section of the wall. There we go, we've got one wall left now. That's where we closed in the door. Now no one can tell because it's all hidden. We're in the final home straight now. Right, so let's see if this one refill can do the entirety of the wall, or if we're going to need a final one. We're going to need a little refill just for that very last one. And then let's step back and check that we didn't miss anything on the window. And I don't think we did. So bye bye paint, thank you very much for your help. And now we can start on our refurb. So, first thing to do then is the door. So the interior door, and now we've got to try and remember the colours that we had before. So I think we had the knot for the main frame of the door, yeah. The frame is then going to be the sepal colour, isn't it? So did we put panels on all of the other doors, or did we leave some with glass? So the bedroom door's definitely got the panels in, so we could have the glass here for the kitchen, because you just really want to keep smells in. You don't necessarily need to keep people from seeing inside. Or do we really want it to match what we've put everywhere else? Am I overthinking this? Should we keep the glass, or should we change it to be exactly the same as the one across from us where we had the bedroom door? Maybe it should be identical. Shall we swap it to that? So where we've got the glass, we want to swap them all to panels in the sepal colour, don't we? Yeah, it was the sepal. Yeah, the sepal, that's the right one. I was just debating there whether it was a cherry, but it wasn't. It was the sepal, wasn't it? So you should have put all the doors in at the same time, and then I wouldn't be trying to remember which ones I used. There we go. So that now matches the bedroom door, so everything's identical. So that's probably better, yeah. Now, how are we going to fit the kitchen in? Since I'm not sure exactly how many units we want, we'll start putting them in, and then if we mess it up, we might have to move them around again. Let's see. Oh wait, this is not a kitchen. Oh, they changed in it from a kitchen to a walk-in closet? Oh wow. And then it's across from the bedroom. Oh, in that case we definitely didn't want glass doors, did we? Okay. Oh, well that changes things completely, doesn't it? I was expecting it to be the kitchen again. I would probably have put the kitchen in there if it was me. Okay, so we'll make them all white then. These Bellum open wardrobe units. So we're using a variety of the styles. So how many of these do we want? 4. 1, 2. Can't fit a third one in there. How about the opposite wall? Because the window is kind of in the way of the continuing all the way around the edge. I think that needs to be slightly further back in the corner, doesn't it? Yeah, not quite on the same level. Just a tiny fraction further backwards so it's right up against the wall. Yeah, so turning this into a wardrobe is kind of a walk-in closet wardrobe has really thrown me. I wasn't expecting that. Because they've got the space, I would have thought they'd have had the kitchen separately, but no, obviously not. Now, will that fit in this little gap here? Because that would look better if it does. Oh, I think it will, if we can get the position right. Beautiful. Lovely. Right, so... what else have we got? What else? What else? What else? What else? Now, will that fit just on the end there? It will, lovely, that fits very well. I think the room might have been built with that in mind. Oh, we don't want another corner. Oh, we might need to rearrange again. I think that should be in the corner next to the window then, so we're going to have to rearrange, yeah. See, I thought we'd have to rearrange something. We'll move them along a bit and then we'll have to move them back once we've got the corner in place, I think. Now I've got to find the corner again. So the corners are kind of framing the window, aren't they? Right. That's a serious luxury to have a great big walk-in wardrobe this big. Ooh, can I get it? That's difficult to get that in the corner, right? Now let's move these back in line. And see what else they want in here. It's got to want a mirror, surely. Yeah, what we've got, a mirror and a stool to sit on to pop your shoes on. Big stylish footrest, yeah, so that's just to pop your butt down so you can put some nice shoes on. How about under the window, because there's that nice big gap there. And then near the door we've got some wall space for the mirror. I was just going to call it a window. It's a mirror. Two big mirror. Oh, is they the wall modules? So they want two of them side by side. There's a wall switch there. Will two fit there? Now, do we want them side by side or do we want them opposite each other? You can make a giant side by. I don't think it's like two will fit there side by side. So if I put one on either side, because if we put it there, we have to move the switch. You could fit both on that one side where the switch is if you move the light switch. But I kind of like the idea of a mirror on both sides because then you can see the front and the back of your outfit at the same time. Whereas if they're side by side, you're kind of peering over your shoulder to see the back. So that then is going to be the kitchen, isn't it, in this section here, in an open plan living space. Yeah, that must be how they're going to do it. Okie dokie. Right, so which bit do we do next? Is the whole thing the same? Oh, we haven't cleaned out the... Oh look, Moonrise Bay! Oh, that's a really nice view of the sign, isn't it, over there? Right, time to clean again. We didn't do the balcony. Right, so it looks like I only need to clean and remove trash. Okay. So let's... Oh, wait, did that just sell a chair? Oh, does the chair count as trash? Right, let's pick up a few of these little bits that we're 100% certain are trash. Oh yeah, everything's trash then, all the chairs and tables and everything. I would have thought the tables and things would have been individually atomised, but apparently not. Everything's to go. But yeah, this was like a bar, wasn't it? So this would have been like a terrace where they serve drinks. So yeah, it's all to go. Doesn't look like they're going to ask us to add anything to the balcony, so they'll deal with that themselves later. But you've got quite a lot of space for some furniture, tables, lounges, that sort of thing out here, haven't you? That's quite nice. A few pots with flowers on, maybe. Let's give it a good clean, shall we? Yeah, so that's just a nice simple little job then. Just give it a quick clean. We don't need to do anything with this space, but that's really nice. You can see the sign. And you can see the whole of the town from this particular job as well, which is really kind of cool. So we've got quite a lot of high-rises, and we've got a few like smaller, older buildings here in the centre. And then there's a few modern houses there down by the water. And if you can hear some weird sounds in the background, that's my cat going mad with one of its toys. So I apologise for the weird sounds, but gotta love them, can't control them. Right, so painting. We want to paint everything with white paint in this section here. Well, maybe not everything, but quite a lot of it's going to be white, isn't it? I imagine the room could be separated into little sections, so let's start with the hallway area with the white paint we already had. We'll see how far this paint pot will go. So we're up to 12%, so yeah, there's definitely a lot of white paint to be done, I think. And then the foyer place was quite simple as well. We didn't put much in there, just a sofa and a sideboard, didn't we? So a bit more paint. Let's do this little bit around here where the walk-in closet is. just this little extra section here. Ooh, need more paint. Let's just finish that off. That's all white now there, and along here. Don't forget all around the edges of where the bar area used to be. We're not removing any of that, so that's probably going to be a divider for the kitchen area, I would assume. Where the bar used to be will now be where our open plan kitchen is going to be. So we'll probably have an island or something there as well to separate it from the living space. And then we've kind of got a little offshoot room around this corner there, look, so there's like a mini divider wall here as well. So we need to figure out how they're separating it for the furniture, don't we? Right, so if I go under the edge here, that's actually not ticking up the counter for the percentages, but I just think it looks nicer if it's all painted anyway. Freshen it all up. Around where we've got all the patio doors. Lots and lots of patio doors, so we've got lots and lots of light into the apartment. Really nice feature, all these huge windows in most of these builds. Yeah, that's going up around there, good. So let's try and finish it in sections so we don't forget where we've been. And that's empty then there. So we're about 50% with the paint, so we're definitely going to need another one of that. And then for the floor we want the Hudson light tiling again. That matches what was in the foyer area. Now, are we doing the whole thing? Oh wait, it just changed to a different colour. I think we might have to redo that section there because the room changed to a different set of instructions. So I might have just wasted a little bit of money with some of this flooring because I suspect we'll have to rechange the kitchen area. But for the moment the easiest thing to do is to change everything and then see where any variations are. And don't forget where the spaces are next to the doors. Did I get them all? I think so. Right. So yeah, it looks like that little section's a separate room. The corridor in this main section is another room, and then where the bar was is a third little section. So let's grab another pot of the paint. And yeah, see, we have changed slightly here again now. So we'll do the inside here of this little overhang. And along the front, and then we'll match that all in, and then we'll sort out the separate sections later. I'm going to paint around the edges of the window and everything as well, because if we're going to be putting some tiling and stuff in this kitchen area, then we'll have the option of not retiling around the interior edges of the window, and that could save you a few tiles, and it'll still look nice because it's all pale white. So yeah, so it's definitely saying we want some stone cladding and we want some beige paint as well. So if we put the white tile along this long wall, because I think that's the most sensible place to be putting a kitchen. So they want us to put 22 tiles, hence why I've bought 2 stacks, because 15 in one. So for 22 we need 2. So what we'll probably do is go along this wall here to where the little divider is at the top of the wall, and then see what we've got left. and then decide if we've got enough tile or if we need to put it somewhere else. I think we're going to be fairly close to the number on the end here. In fact, let's just go the whole 22 straight along here. Right, and where does that come to? It's one short of the divider, so if we put one extra in, then it goes to where the dividing line is. Beautiful. So we've put 23 tiles in to come up to the divider. And then we'll continue with the white paint around the rest of the place now. We'll have to redo some of the section where the kitchen is in the natural beige in a little bit to get the numbers up. Right, we did all of that, didn't we? Right, let's keep going with the white paint around the rest of the place. Luckily the paint isn't expensive, it's quite cheap for all the paint, so if we've done a number of areas that we didn't need to, it's not going to be a big deal to redo them later. It's simpler to paint everything at the moment rather than to be worrying about where to start and stop different colours. I think perhaps with that divider it might have been nice to have that in a slightly different colour so that you can actually see it. The way it's done now it kind of blends in, but then maybe that's the point. You don't really want, you need it for the support structure of the building, but you don't really want to be able to see it because you didn't really want the support structure in. So there's two ways of doing it. You can make it a feature by painting it a different colour, or you can blend it in by painting it the same colour as everything else so that it disappears, with that optical illusion to make it disappear. Again, a lot of our therapeutic painting in today. Do you all feel relaxed? I do. Right. Let's see our Moonrise Bay sign through this window again. And you get great views out across the city from the balcony area that they've got with this flat. We're getting there with our percentages now, nearly up to 90%. It's a really big room, nice amount of space. Keep going, we'll meet up in the middle, around the edges of the doors. Don't forget the little features around the doors and windows. It's the easiest thing to miss. Lovely. Nearly there in this section. Then that end section is probably a different colour as well because we're getting very close to 100% now and we haven't really been in there yet. So if we do this little bit and then around the frame. Well, we've got to our 100% then, haven't we, here? I'm going to go an extra little bit because sometimes the numbers are a little odd. Right. Is there any left? We need to paint. Oh yeah, paint with white. We still need to paint with white here, so that's okay. We just needed to move behind here so that we could see what they want in this section. Because that divider marks a separate room, so whatever's in that list needs to go in this little section. So there's some leeway in some things that we've been asked to do, and in others we're given explicit directions about exactly where things need to be. Right, so we've run out of paint. So we'll buy a small can this time because I don't think we've got a lot more to paint now. Hope this little one will be enough. And we don't need any other colour. I was expecting them to put a different colour along this back wall here, to be honest, but they're not. They've asked for everything to be white. So a very modern feel, so light flooring and very white walls everywhere. Absolutely one of the modern sort of styles, have everything stark white. I like to add a feature wall here and there so that I would have put a little bit of little splash of colour here and there for certain sections of the room, I think. That's the thing I would have done differently. Right. Ooh. I hope that's enough paint. Might have to buy some more. I was thinking that that one little pot would be enough, but we've still got to go around frames. Is there enough? Nope, we're going to have to buy another one. Okay, so for your reference, you wouldn't don't just buy a tiny pot for this room. It's deceptive. It's a little bit bigger than you expected it to be. Right, so this should definitely finish it now. Hopefully we're right this time. Just my frame edges. Oh, we've not done above either. Okay. Oh, more paint. Just a little more paint. Just a little more. There we go. Is that it? Are we done? Are we done? I think we're done. Let's just double check. I think we've got everything. I don't think we've missed anything. Bye paint, thank you. Oh, look how different that looks. Amazing. Very fresh, very light, and all that light coming in. Beautiful. Right, so this... Ooh, that's a big sofa for this little corner section, isn't it? I really like the brown though, the dark brown, because it's a natural, neutral colour. I think I like that in with the white. So we'll pop that right in the corner if I can get it to fit. Why is it not going green? Oh, there we go. Right, as far into the corner as it will go, because we don't feel like I've got much space with such a big piece of furniture. I do love the big piece of furniture though. Right, so ooh, they want an armchair as well. Okay. That's quite a lot of furniture to fit in here, isn't it? A big... Ooh, the big Heckham coffee table. That very modern glass piece. That's huge. Turn it round, pull it a little bit forward. And then the armchair will have to go kind of where we're stood. I think that's about the only other place that will fit, isn't it? We want it to match. Yeah. That's got to go... Oh, now we're in a different section. So if we put the... We have to put the chair so it's in the correct section, don't we? Oops, I didn't place it, I put it away again. No. Oh, no, now we're in the wrong room, aren't we? Right, the armchair. I want the armchair. Right, and we need it to be in the room. Let's pop it there. And then we need to walk back into the room and make sure it's... Yes, it has registered the chair. Good, good, good. What else? Another little coffee table. Okay, that'll have to go right next to the end of the settee. Table lamp. Rotation. Table lamp. That can go there. That makes sense. A couple of paintings? No, 3 paintings. 3 paintings. Okay, 3 paintings. Well, definitely can put a couple on the wall above the sofa and then one near the patio door here maybe. Oh, that's too small. It needs to be a little bit bigger. Medium size maybe? Yeah. To get all 3 in I think they'll have to be mediums. And the last one. Medium. And let's match them up at the side. Yeah, lovely. Nice modern neutral colours. Very nice. Nice relaxing space. Beautiful. Now, do we finish there or do we keep going for a little bit? Let's have a look what else they want. So this is going to be a dining room sofa-y place, and then this, yeah, this is definitely going to be the kitchen then, isn't it? We're definitely going to need another episode to finish this flat off, I think. Do we keep going? Shall we start work on this maybe? So we're going to need natural beige, but we're going to need 50 sections of natural beige. That's quite a lot, isn't it? But if it counts all the way around those little half walls at the top, maybe it does count. Floor tiles, yes. So we want this to be level with where the tiling is on the back wall, or do we go to the exact... Yeah, let's keep it where the tiles are and then level with that wall there. So that's going to be the kitchen area. And then we want 50 sections of beige. Shall we try a medium part and see how far that goes? I think we definitely paint all the full wall sections along here. So yes, it was a waste doing it in white, but at the time it seemed like the best thing to do, because then we can stop painting the additional colours whenever we want, because we know everything's been painted away from the brown. Oh, we need to go back there. I missed a little bit in the corner. Yeah, in the corner. That's it. That's the one we missed. Right. And let's do it. Does it count if we do around the window? I don't think it does. It will count above though, won't it? Yes, it counts above. It doesn't count inside the window section anymore, but it does count above. So if we go around this top section and paint just on the inside, yes, that is counting. So if we go all the way around there, that will probably do it for us, won't it? Yep, beautiful. That's our 50 sections of beige. Lovely. Yeah, so painting everything in white probably did work out, because then we don't have to paint around all the edges and things because it's already done. Lovely. So I think we'll do the kitchen area and then we'll split and come back and do the dining room, sitting room area in the next episode to finish the flat off, and then we'll turn the job in and everything and see the before and after pictures. So I think I'll start with the fridge right on the end. That way it doesn't quite block the light switch, we can still have access to that. And then we'll start putting in some of the units and see what we've got. So we've got a standing set from the Custom Light section. Oh, I quite like the colours that that's come with. I quite like the idea of the sink being under the window. I've always kind of liked the idea of being able to look out the window when you're doing your washing up. Is there a corner cabinet then to go in that section? Ooh, there's a kitchen island. Clava light coloured kitchen island. So we want to make it match. Yeah, snowy. That's the same as the other sink top, isn't it? So that wants to go... Ooh, which side do you want the open side? Do you want the open side out or in? Would you put your seating in the kitchen or outside the kitchen? You could do it either way, couldn't you? Depends how you prefer it. We'll put it pointing that way so that you can put the chairs for seating in the actual living area rather than in the kitchen itself. I think that's what we'll do. We might move that actually position wise. We'll see what else I want in the kitchen area first, and as I say, we'll try and get all the pieces in, and then if we're not happy with the way it looks, we'll just change it all later. Oh, herbs, that's easy. We pop that on the windowsill. What do we got? Ooh, nice big cooker. That's going to go somewhere along this wall, I think. And what units and things do we have? Oh, is that a hanging set? That's a hanging set. I think those colours will probably work quite well. So if we pop that over here, yep, that might work quite nicely actually. So 3 sets of a drawer unit. What's that one? That's the 3 sets of drawer units, I think, isn't it? Custom light coloured cupboard with drawers, 80 centimetres. So, we don't think there's a corner unit, is there? So could we like fit one here? Oops. Or do we go along here? No, that doesn't fit very well. Let's put one straight flat there, and then maybe we put one either side of the cooker. Would that work? We can always move it later if we're not happy with it, once we know what we're working with. So that's the 3 of those. What else do we need? What else you got for me? That's another hanging cupboard. So it's all the custom stuff, apart from the standing thing. So if we put that this side, yeah, that kind of matches the big one at the opposite side of the cooker, right? And then what else do we have? Oh, another hanging cabinet. There's quite a lot of hanging cabinet space, isn't it? I'm not sure that will fit. Will it fit? Oh, it might. And get it at the same height. Oh yeah, that will work. What else we got? Bar stool. Oh no, lighting. Halo light. Halo ceiling lamp. Now that should be fairly easy to place in. So we just pop one near there and one further along, and then one at the end. Try and keep them sort of roughly in a line, because they can be angled then to wherever you want them to be in the kitchen area. Is that all of the units? That might be all of the units. So we've just got a few additional fixtures and fittings. So bread box, yeah, that's better. That's the right direction, isn't it? Yeah. What else we got? A few storage containers. So we've got 3 different sayings printed on them. So if we pop, how many of these do we want? How many do we want? They wanted 3. So how about we do one of each of the different inscriptions? So there's a little variety there. I mean, it means clicking the same thing multiple times, but it's nice to have that variation, isn't it? Pop those along there. And then we've got what? A plant. A gerbera. Where shall we pop you? On the countertop, yeah. I might want to move that, so that might be a mistake putting the plant on. And then just the... a hanging plant. That should go on this big wall here. Yep, that makes sense. So we've just got a couple of bar chairs, stool things to go with the little open cabinet thing. So now we have to make the decision. Do we leave it in the orientation it's currently in, or do we turn it around and pop them inside the kitchen area? Do you know, I think I might turn it around and pop them inside the kitchen area. So that leaves us with more space for the dining room thing. I want it to be definitely all on the tile where it's sat. Should we put... yeah, should we rotate the... yeah, that's better, because then it's actually part of the kitchen. Because if we put them any further towards where we're standing, then that will put them into the dining room area, won't it? Or do I rotate it? Oh, I'm doubting myself again, because it's got to go in the kitchen area for it to count as part of the kitchen, not the dining room. So I suspect the better way to do it is to rotate the cabinet or move it slightly further. Yeah, let's rotate it. Pop it right on the edge of the tile. Let's do it from this side so we can see where it is. Oh, let's put it flush with the wall. That's even better. Or is it? No, because then you can see the wood inside, not the tile. Right, put it on the edge of the tile. There we go. And then we pop the 2 chairs in with it. Yeah, that's better. That looks much better. It doesn't offend my sensibilities where it's right on the edge. and there's a clear delineation between the two. I like that better, I think. Also that way if you're eating it here you won't spilling it on your floor. So you can have your breakfast sat here and then, you know, don't spill it on the floor, and you can still see out of the big glass doors as well from that angle because you're looking at them. That's better. That's beautiful. I think that then is the kitchen completed, and I think we'll break there and do the rest in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!